What is something that you're a fan of but don't want to tell people because you'll be grouped in with a really annoying fan base? I'm interested in trains. I don't want to meet anyone else who is. Rick and Morty. Love the show but the fan base is obnoxious. Everyone thinks they're a Rick but in reality they're just a Jerry. Admittedly, I have not actually watched the show aside from a few online clips, but isn't Rick an asshole, an accomplished mad scientist, of course, but an utter asshole nonetheless? Wishing to be like him seems misguided. It is. It's like wanting to be like Cartman. People don't care though. Rick is a suicidally depressed mad scientist. Don't forget genocidal. I once heard him briefly forget the word for human. I really love pro wrestling. Not just WWE, but stuff from Japan and Mexico too. I'm a big nerd about it. Otherwise, I'm a normal professional dude. While I've started to get over it as I've gotten older, I would hate for my clients to know how much time I spend watching Punchy Ballet edit. My new top comment is me admitting that I watch something that I don't want anyone to know I watch. Doctor Who. I duck and love it, but good gracious, is that a cringy fandom. I really enjoy trying different whiskeys, notably bourbons, but I can't say I would enjoy the snobbishness, sophisticated attitudes, and overpricing that comes with it. My so works in the booze industry and I sat in on a whiskey class they did. The facilitator said some famous person drinks makes this whiskey. I said, you know Matthew McConaughey has an impressive collection. I hear it's all rye, all rye, all rye. It was a prouder moment in my life. I'm not very witty. Fanfic writing. It's hard enough when you bring up you write, but it is a different level when it's fanfic. Rick and Morty. I don't want to be classified with the people who write it over Szechuan sauce. Minecraft. I'm a grown-ass man, but sometimes I just want to relax, build a house out of blocks and go fishing. I'm not giving my exact age, but suffice it to say that the first computer in my family's house was a Commodore VIC-20. I love building houses, villages, and exploring mines. My son likes to say that my style of playing is lame because I don't play on survival with zombies after me. Fellow VIC-20 owner here. I also play in creative. The survival thing boggles my mind. I don't understand why you'd want to trudge around digging and fighting all the time. But that's why they made two modes, I suppose. I'll focus on building my home theater room while they blow up creepers. I will say it's quite annoying to be admiring my newly built living room only to have a duck waddle by. Tongue. It's the struggle. Building something wonderful in survival mode is a different sort of accomplishment. It's something you grind out over hours and hours. Not to say creative isn't difficult, or that building magnificent structures requires no skill. But with survival, you have to earn every block. And that's remarkably satisfying. Anime. I still love Undertale and I think it's a fantastic game. I don't want to be lumped in with the people who never ducking shut up about Sans. Or the ones trying to kill each other over ships. I just want to enjoy the game in peace. My friend once said, there's more to Undertale than Sans and Papyrus. Your friend is correct. Lego. I avidly built Lego sets up until I was about 1516, then I got a girlfriend. I thought she would think I was lame being a sophomore in high school who still played with Lego. I put my sets away and stopped building, but deep down I still really wanted to build. I've gotten back into it now and have gotten my fiancé into it as well, but I still feel some mild embarrassment going into the Lego store or Target and walking out with a set. Edit. I got on to look for some HDMI recommendations and was shocked to see over 300 replies to this comment. Thanks everyone for the kind words and reassurances. I suppose I misinterpreted the question a bit. I'm not embarrassed by the Lego fan base, but, like I said, just embarrassed to admit that I enjoy them and buy. I try to keep in mind that I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I still have that little voice in the back of my head that feels like I'm too old for it. I get over it though and I enjoy the shit out of building with my fiancé and displaying artwork. Don't be embarrassed. I'm super into Lego and I'm 32. I tell everyone who asks what my hobbies are. I've never gotten shit for it. In fact, some people have given me old sets their kids or whoever didn't want. Ha! You're lame. JK. I'm 40 and am staring at my Lego Millennium Falcon 10-4 and Saturn V sets. All purchased and built within the last 3 years. I have no children. Pop punk emo, like a lot of people seem to be annoyed by them. Wine, but I hate the wine mommy culture. Yes, I have kids. But that has literally nothing to do with why I love wine so much. Seriously, why is there a culture around what basically amounts to moms being so sick of their kids that they need to be drunk to handle it? Edit. To be clear, I'm not talking about a couple evening drinks to relax after a hard day. I know parenting is hard, and everyone needs breaks. There's nothing wrong with that, in moderation. What I'm talking about is drinking a whole bottle or more a night, and the normalizing of alcoholism by joking about how mommy needs her juice and having comically large wine glasses that say mommy fuel on them. Not trying to be sexist either, I'd say the same thing about a father who needs alcohol to handle dealing with his kids. There are other ways alcoholism is normalized too, but this is one of the biggest. And no, I don't have kids, because I know it's extremely taxing and I'd probably become an alcoholic myself and be a horrible parent, so I choose not to have that life. I'm a mom. I drink wine or beer occasionally in front of my kid, usually with a meal or watching a sports game on TV. Sure, I occasionally need a small break from being a mom and go out with my friends for a drink. But the moms who try to pull out wine at playgroup at 10 a.m. because Lamau mommy needs some mommy juice. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not a mom, but my friends are moms in their 30s. One is a borderline alcoholic. Her group of friends seriously get together after dropping the kids at school to drink. But it's cute because it's mommy wine time. I have a friend who recently got sober after she realized how much her mommy wine lifestyle was actually a problem. It was a lot of work for her to get and stay sober, and I truly believe that one of the reasons she was able to function and live as an alcoholic for so long was because she could lean back on the mommy wine culture and nobody batted an eye at it. Astonished nobody said Star Wars yet. You can put two Star Wars fans in the same room and they'll still be off at each other about which films are worst. I'm not innocent of it, but it can get so uncivilized. Edit. I hope you kids arguing about Star Wars in the comments know how ironic that is. Also, since you asked, my favorite is Empire. Honestly, I really love the universe of Harry Potter. But I really hate how some people think their house is a personality trait. Sorry I didn't call you back, I'm a Slytherin. Oh, you read that book? Very Ravenclaw of you. You are giving me such Hufflepuff vibes right now, so quirky. Please STFU. Lamau WTF, people actually do this. Let me introduce you to Blue Check Twitter. What is Blue Check Twitter? Just verified people? D&D. Some people are great to play with, but my god, there are a lot of toxic, socially awkward, and often creepy guys in the community. People who just lack social skills and will often say lewd, inappropriate things to any girls who play in their games. Whenever I DM, if a player makes a random sexualized remark for no reason, especially to a female player, they get one warning in private. If they do it a second time, they're banned. Worked well so far, but damn, is it a shame that such a significant minority of players can make D&D uncomfortable for girls to play. Edit. Thanks for the gold and other awards. I've never gotten awards before and they were a lovely surprise to wake up to. I was lucky, as a young female, to find a not sexual DD group fast, but unfortunately they have a lot of. My hero is super edgy and quirky, you better like him, not generic, I swear. My group fell apart because two of our players were so dedicated to their chaotic part of chaotic good that they ended up fighting each other over 15 gold with the whole my guy syndrome. Star Trek. I am actually a huge Trekkie, but I never bring up anything related to Star Trek unless someone else does first. I have a theory that, outside of conventions and the like, most Trekkies keep their love of Star Trek quiet until someone makes a vague reference and another person realizes, after that they talk about it loads. 7 out of 9. No, 7 of 9. 1984. It's probably my favorite book, but I've never met another person whose favorite book is 1984 who wasn't completely insufferable. Interesting. It's not my favorite book, but it's definitely an amazing book. Hope I'm not insufferable. You're probably not. It's just that most of 1984's vocal fans tend to be either tinfoil-clad conspiracy theorists or 17-year-olds who think they're so much more enlightened than the sheep who failed to realize that insert their least favorite political party is just like Ingsoc. If someone tells me their favorite book is 1984, my eyes nearly roll out of my head. Then I realize, oh wait, my favorite book is 1984. If someone tells me their favorite book is 1984, my eyes nearly roll out of my head. Then I realize, oh wait, my favorite book is 1984. This is how I feel about being Christian. Rolls eyes, oh wait. Same.